name is Judith Mayer, and I'm a designer/illustrator. I don't think many people look at him as a real person anymore because he is plastered on street signs and parks and conservatories and his name is everywhere in Chicago. So having conversations with other artists and getting their perspectives as well, because they've lived different lives, they have different experiences that impact their feelings, their personal feelings about Lincoln, whereas I feel I didn't have that emotional connection with him. I just felt like he was a brand. I did actually live in the Midwest, so we made a school field trip to the Chicago History Museum, and I do remember seeing the deathbed, and that kind of is the first image that I have when I began this process, was the linens on the bed and the sort of white domestic aspect of death, really. Not using an image of him, I think, was a decision I made because people tie so much to that face or that silhouette, and instead dealing with words, I think, is a different way to approach the subject of Lincoln. Because I'm a designer and because I've done letterpress printing before, I immediately thought that the movable type sort of connected me to that era. This was like the first war where you had newspapers sort of doing play-by-play, and that the media played a great part in it, and words really were a player in the war. So sort of using the printing press like an art tool. In this way I can use the movable type or the letters as elements to create shapes on a substrate. Part of my project was coming up with labels or words that can be applied to him based on your perspective. Someone may see him as a savior or a liberator, and another person, because of their perspective, sees him as a colonizer and a game player or a depressed man or a loving father. But he could be just like us, all of us, a little bit of all of that. You can't just do a big long list and have it tell you a whole picture, but you're using words that are opposites and they're embodied in the same man. So I think it's an opportunity or invitation for people to think about what are the ways that they view this figure in history that had a great impact on the nation.